When I come into an organization, I go to all of my internal customers and I ask these three questions. I ask, what are we doing we should keep doing? What are we doing we should stop doing? And what do you think we can be doing better? What should we start doing? Now watch this. Then we go to all of our external customers, the people who are keeping the lights on, paying our bills, and we sit down and we say, thank you for your business. What are we doing we should keep doing? What are we doing we should stop doing? And what do you think we should start doing? Now, I want you to think of this right now. In this business, especially in distribution, it's hard to keep accounts, man. You're fighting it every day because someone else is trying to dominate you. Can you imagine if you took all of your A and Bs, and heck, if we can get to the C accounts, great, and you sat down and say, Dr. Jones, I want to preach to thank you for your business over the last 5 years. I haven't asked you this question. What are we doing we should keep doing? What are we doing we should stop doing? What do you think we should be doing better? What do you think might happen? What might you get? Drew, what might you get?
To get input. I think that's important. The key is, though, is that it has to be followed up with action. If you go into your customers and you do this dog and pony show, but then you don't actually act on those recommendations, you may actually hurt yourself.
It's awesome. Yeah, yeah. So the question is not enough. It's the action that follows, right? But in this business, it's amazing how many folks don't even question. When you question and then you follow it with prompt, accurate action, you're untouchable in this business, and it's so simple. You had a comment, Richard, that you said.
Your answer to your question was 3 good answers.
Yeah, 3 good answers, right? It's perfect. I tell you what, guys, here's what I want you to do. When you leave here, I want you to go to all your big boys, and you ask those 3 things. And you know what happens? Sometimes you find some scary things. But what does that allow you to do? Fix them, right? If we can just retain our customers in this room, we'll dominate our competition. But then we're going to take what we're talking about here, and we're going to steal their customers. Why? Because they're not asking their customers, what are we doing we should keep doing? What do we do we should stop doing? What should we start doing? I want you more curious. Why? Because the greatest people, the people who serve others, the people who influence others, they're smarter. How do you get smarter? You ask questions, and you look people in the eye, and you listen better than anybody. That's the easiest formula in the world, right? And I want you to think how you feel when people ask you questions. How do you feel? When you get to talk. When was the last time you said, I hate her? All she does is care about me and ask me questions and listen to me. Hate her. Doesn't happen. Such a simple formula. Okay, and I asked him, I said, all right, tell me about posture. When you walk into a negotiation, how should you act? He said, you know what? Your posture needs to be slightly indifferent. I said, slightly indifferent. I said, what do you mean? He says, it's got to be something like, I hope we can come to terms, but if not, I understand, no problem. As opposed to your other salesperson or negotiator would be, listen, we've got the best product, we've got the best service, I know we can beat that price, I know there's this desperation, right? And what happens? What do you lose when they sense a posture of, gosh, this person really needs my account? What do you lose? You lose control and you lose leverage. You can't ask for anything in return if you're down here and they're up here. So I want you to think about this. In rookies, this is really hard. This can get really hard. It's hard to act smooth and indifferent when you need a commission check. Isn't it? But you have to. You can never make them feel like they're here and you're there. Okay, in my book, 20 Days to the Top, let me tell you how I teach this. Because I believe that you not only need a plan to go in and practice posture, but I believe in practice words. In other words, when I go into a sales call, here's what I say. The first thing I say to build respect and trust is, thank you for your time. You know, it's amazing how many folks, when they get sales time, that first sales call, don't use those very simple words of thank you for your time. Now, let me ask you this. What do most customers think a salesperson is about to do to their time? Okay, yeah, all right. So, guys, especially in that first negotiation, you're trying to steal the customer from the competition. We have to take this thought away from them. And let me tell you how I teach it, all right? I say this. Hey, doctor, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Hey, I know your time is valuable. I know you might be in a hurry. And what I want to do is I want to make my presentation as quick and as valuable as possible. And I can do that just by asking a few quick questions. Hopefully you like what I have to say about Sullivan Surgical, but if not, we're just very thankful for the opportunity. Thank you. Now, I want you to look at the words here. Thank you is designed to bring the walls down. First thing, We know the walls are up. Even if they know you're coming, the walls are up. Walls come down. Now watch this. I know your time is important, and I would like to make our visit together as quick and as valuable as possible, and I can do this by asking a couple of quick questions. What is the vehicle to saving them time? Asking questions, right? Right? Has anyone ever started asking questions of a customer and they say, come on, just tell me what you got? Has that ever happened to anyone? You start firing questions. No, just don't give me that sales garbage. Right? Why do they do that? It's because they think these questions are going to do what? Take time. So we have to get it up front. Doctor, Susie, Mary, CEO Joe. What I'm going to do is I want to ask you a question. I know your time is valuable. The question will save you time. And now watch this last piece. If you believe that we might have a solution, we can discuss it further. But if not, thank you anyways for being here. What is that saying to them? Isn't that slight indifference? So what it is, it's not. We're not just going in saying I'm going to be slightly different. I'm putting the words here and here so that when I'm there, they roll off my tongue. Boom. Right? So what I want you to do, try some of these things. You want to tweak them and make your own, that's fine. But I will tell you, when you're trying to steal that account from that big boy, and you go in, hey, hopefully we can come to some conclusions. Hopefully you like what you see. If you believe in a solution, let's talk. But if not, thank you anyways. You know what you're going to get in return? Honesty. They're going to be more upfront. They won't feel like they're going to hurt Ivan's feelings. I can't tell them no. Right? Okay?